Hi and welcome to Cheekyricho Cooking South African national dish, Bobotie. The ingredients are in the recipe box below. It's really tasty, really economical, and your whole family will enjoy it. First thing we're going to do is, we've just got some mince here. You can use beef or lamb. Add some oil to our pan. Add our onions, our grated carrot, a pepper, vegetable salt. Turn it onto a medium heat and stir that all around. We want these things to brown off and get a lot of the moisture out of those carrots and onions. The salt will withdraw a lot of that moisture and give it lots and lots of flavour. We're using this pan, and the reason we're using this pan is I can remove this handle and pop it in the oven to finish it off. If you've got a pan that is capable of going in the oven, use that. Otherwise you're going to have to use a casserole dish. Once this is prepared, pop it into your casserole dish and then just bake it off. Now, just while that's sweating down, we've got some rye bread here. White bread is ideal, but this is what I have because this is what we've been eating. So we just break it all up and we're going to soak our bread in our milk, and it's going to bind our meat. Let's just break this up. Don't get too serious with it because the milk's going to actually soften it right up. Squeeze the excess milk out of it, and this has got like a meat dish with a savoury custard over the top of it. Okay, now pour 2 cups of milk over the top of that. Just full cream milk, and give this a stir around. Now just poke this down so it's well and truly soaking up all of that milk, and we're going to squeeze the excess milk out of it shortly. Put that to one side. Using a non-stick pan here, it'll make it a lot easier to get along with and to remove later on when we're serving. Make sure you always use a utensil in your non-stick pan that won't damage its surface, otherwise it'll be irreparably damaged and it'll no longer be non-stick. Okay, we're just going to crush our garlic now. I've got 3 cloves of garlic there. That was too big, I had to cut it in half. Okay, just stir that garlic in now. A nice bit of colour on our carrot and onions. Nothing sticking, as you can see. Oh, smells pretty good. Okay, now it's in with our meat. We turn it up a bit now. We need to get this sort of fried off and not actually stewed. Do it in batches if you like, but you don't need to. The induction hot plate is very, very fast. You cook this for about 5 minutes until it's well browned off. Before it goes into the oven, it needs to be cooked. Now this meat's taking on lots of colour and flavour. We're going to add our chilli now, chopped chilli, cinnamon, and our curry paste. You can make this as hot as you like. Mix that all around. A couple of bay leaves go in now. Just with our tree. They're going to impart a lovely flavour, and more of them are actually going to be placed on top of the custard as a sort of flavouring decoration. The sultananas in now. Now they'll get fat and juicy and absorb all the flavourings in that pan and give it an added sweetness as well. We're still on about a medium-high heat here. Keep it stirring. You do not want this to burn. Garlic very bitter if it's burnt, as are spices. Okay, you can see that our little sultananas are starting to get quite fat and juicy now. They're absorbing a lot of these flavours. They will continue to do that whilst they're cooking. We're going to add our pureed tomato. Now this is just tinned tomatoes that has been reduced down so it's not too juicy and quite concentrated. You could use tomato paste if you like. And our spicy mango chutney, it's got sultanas in it too, mustard seeds, all sorts of yummy things in there. Okay, now we're going to turn that down a tad, let it keep cooking for a little while and evaporating some of that moisture. And I'm going to get our rye bread and squeeze the milk out of it. Okay, now that will colour the milk, don't worry too much about that. And we're just going to mix that through and make a custard with the remaining milk and pour it over the top with a bit of salt and pepper. Don't worry if there's any little lumps in there because it's going back into the dish anyway. Okay. Mix that bread all in there. Makes it go a little bit further, keeps it lovely and moist, and it's got lots of health properties on its own because of all the seeds and grains in it. Okay, now crack our eggs into our milk. Now I have preheated the oven to 180 degrees. We're just going to remove these 3 bay leaves. They've done their job now. Now that's all mixed around. Turn it off, give it a little pat down. Okay, now just whiz our eggs and our remaining milk with some pepper, some salt. Now I've seen people put cheese on this. I won't be putting cheese on it because I don't know if it's that authentic. Carrots probably aren't either, but they give it a lovely flavour, and they also sneak a few more veggies into those pesky little kids. Okay, now I'm going to take the handle off this now. Okay, let's remove that. Make sure we've got no little bits over the side that are going to burn and fall out. And just pour our custard evenly over the top. Okay. Now I'm going to put some bay leaves in here because it's quite traditional, and we're going to pop that into the oven 180 degrees for about 30 minutes until that custard is golden and set on the top. Okay, I'm just going to pop it onto an oven tray just in case it decides it'd like to get out. It's on some baking paper so that if it does boil over it'll make it a lot easier to clean. Okay, into the oven we go, about 30 minutes. Okay, we're going to be serving a babootie with some oven roasted vegetables. We've got sweet potato, onions, carrots and bell pepper or capsicum there. Bit of pepper all over those. You can put some rosemary, all sorts of herbs, whatever you like. Or you just want them quite simple. Gorgeous Australian olive oil over the top of that. And just mix those up with your hands so that everything gets a bit of oil and seasoning on it. The onions will cook a little quicker, so try not to have them sticking up on top if you can help it. Okay, into the oven we go until they're nice and crispy and just cooked. Okay, we had to put it in for another 5 minutes, and there you have a Cheekyricho Cooking's South African national dish, Bobotie. I hope you enjoyed this little cooking demonstration. If you'd like to see more interesting recipes and ideas, don't forget to check out our Cheekyricho Cooking channel, and please subscribe. It helps our channel, and we'd love to see you back here again. Don't forget to hit that little notification bell so you never miss another interesting episode. Thanks for watching. Okay, time to serve our Bobotie up now. We're just going to cut some wedges with our spatula, almost like a pie. And look at that. Smells amazing. Sweet, spicy, fragrant. Look how fat those sultananas have gone. They're really swollen up and absorbed all those gorgeous flavours. And it's a massive meal, as you can see. Some of our vegetables now. And we're going to have this with some creamed spinach as well. And we need some green on this. And this is just creamed spinach, poached in butter. A great big pot full of it. Sweats down to that much. Put in about 50 grams of cream cheese as well. You could put ricotta in there if you like. And there you have it. Cheekyricho Cooking's Bobotie, a South African dish with creamed spinach and oven roasted vegetables. Have a taste, shall we? Okay, big chunks of meat in there and out. Yeah. Okay. Sweet, spicy, and incredibly fragrant. And tender as. Yummo. Look at that sultana. Look how fat it's got. Yummo. Thanks for watching.